Hi there and welcome back to Japan, where if you've been following the playlist of me reviewing track by track and just bring it by BAND-MAID, you'll know that I'm on to track number 5, Cross. And if you're not following the playlist, then get in the description below where you can follow all of the songs that we're reviewing off this album, which is all the songs. Yeah, this is obviously the much beloved album. I'm not going to repeat that point too much, because I've said that in most of the videos, but I've really been excited about this. Really enjoy BAND-MAID. We're always honest on this channel. We say about the songs we like more than others. Don't try and just deliberately be wowed. We're honest about it all. But this is an album that I've so far really enjoyed, and I've got to be honest with you. I'm therefore a bit nervous about when am I going to hit a track that I don't like as much as the others. So Cross, fingers crossed to be a great one. One thing that has occurred to me though is we are 4 tracks in, although the energy has been fantastic and it's been sort of fed by the intricate and cleverly delivered musicianship. You know, it's great songwriting with great musicianship on the top. You know, every little facet of, they have a songwriting technique, as we've said before on this channel over the last few months, over the last year. They've got a songwriting technique that they do kind of fall back on when they're doing their own songs, which I believe this album pretty much all is. But, you know, they managed to extract every facet, every nuance, everything that can be done through just brilliant musician, through, you know, trying to always one-up each other and get the most out of the song, get the most out of their own part. And that really shows in this album, but it has been a very full-on album. So I'm wondering, is this going to be like World Domination, where it's just full-on all the way through, or are they going to show us a little bit more variation on here? I know we've got songs like Awkward towards the end, but anyway, let's just see how this goes. And track number 5, Cross. Here it is. Your play. おかしくなるような淡い恋をして隠した嘘が僕を殺した君を思う時悲しくなるのを確かめるように呼び止める思考回路分かってるこの臆病な僕 It's kind of straight shooting, almost like a Jimmy Eat World song at the moment. Ah, the key change chorus. How Japanese. Ooh, another key change though. So the second verse was pretty straight shooting. They didn't mix it up as much as they usually do. There's a weird little moment with the electronic sounds there. That was the first bit of production I've heard so far that I didn't think really worked, but fair enough. It's not the best chorus ever, but those key changes really give it a distinct energy. Again, it's about taking something relatively normal and elevating it. Okay. Alright, I got a few things to break down about this one. How you review this album really depends on how you approach it. Sorry, how you review this song depends on how you approach it. Kind of gave away what I was going to say there, because it depends on whether you approach it as an individual song or if you approach it from the context of where it sits on the album. And this is going to become, I think, a bigger theme towards the end if we go in a more world domination direction with, sort of just heavy throughout. As an individual song, it's great. If I heard that song and I'd never heard of the band before, I would definitely be going to buy a CD from that. It's creative. I love the sort of double key change thing going on there. It doesn't have the shift up verse, the second verse, but it's not every one of their songs that have that. It has a lot of things about it that are great. Great musicianship, great detail, decent chorus as well, especially for an album track. That's a really good chorus. I mean, they seem to have like really good hooks in most of their songs, even if they're out, singles or not singles. Here's my only issue with this. After Don't You Tell Me, incredibly catchy song. Puzzle, incredibly creative song. Moratorium, incredibly pacey song. Really good at projecting speed. And in YOLO, back to another sort of classic single. The problem with Cross is it feels like here we are on track 5 and we're doing something tonally very similar to the tracks that have come before. It doesn't really feel like it is that different. I mean, when we had that bridge, the bridge came down to here comes a slow guitar riff, and then bang, in comes the halftime drums. And we've already heard that technique at least once before on this album already. I think twice, actually. I'm just thinking, is it more than twice? I have to remember each bridge now. The issue is that this song is great on its own, but I guess, if you put this in position number 2 and switched it with Puzzle, would I just be saying the same thing and opposite? Would I be saying about Puzzle, well, okay, come on, do something different at this point. It's a great song, but if you're constructing an album, I find this a little bit of a bizarre thing to put at track 5. Because it doesn't seem to be doing anything the others haven't. So you could just be saying, well, this song is there to maintain pace. Okay, they've set a tone and they continue with that tone. Like I say, once again, kind of like what World Domination did. I guess until I've heard the whole album, it's going to be very difficult for me to say. Sorry, I keep on coughing. I hope it's not making anyone who's really sensitive go, ugh, coughing, disgusting. Don't worry, it's not a sneeze. If there's snot on the camera, then you'll know I'm sneezing. With Cross, I'm like, this is a great song. It's really great for all the reasons that most BAND-MAID self-written songs especially are. But doesn't it really show how high the bar they've set is, and how high the bar that this album's set by track 5, that I kind of listen to it and I go, yeah, great, but you've done that, okay. It can't impress me because you've already impressed me that much several times over. So, it's a really difficult one to say. If someone said, hey, Howard, try and get a new person to like BAND-MAID and the only song you can do it with is Cross, I'd be like, yeah, easy. Shouldn't be a problem. But if someone says, hey, Howard, you're 5 tracks into Just Bring It, which song is the one that has wowed you least? I'd be like, yeah, Cross. I hope my point comes across here then. Okay, gotcha. Can you see what I did there? Unintentionally. It's a great song, but there's nothing particularly standout that I can say makes it notable compared to the ones that have come before it. It is just an example of why BAND-MAID are really good at what BAND-MAID do. It's BAND-MAID 101. So it's great, but not special. I think that's the fairest review I can give it. Great, but not special. And I'm hoping, because the next one is Parts, track number 6. I don't know if that's going to be going in a comical direction or not, but I'm looking forward to seeing that. Hopefully that'll give us a little bit of variation. Like I say, it's not the end of the world if it's just a turn it up to 11 all the way through style album. World Domination's a great album, but it is one of the reasons why I rarely listen to World Domination from start to end, which is what I feel like I should be doing with albums. So I expect the quality to be really high, and the production work is so good on here, and the mixing's so good on this album. I think the one thing left that I really want to see, and we'll see where this goes, is the variation going to be in this album? And other than that, have they got some really classic, super catchy or super fun songs that I just never heard because they were buried into the album? Anyway, enough waffle. Let's wait until we move on to the next track, Parts, which is going to be the next one on the playlist if you're following along with that. But for now, my nose is starting to run. For now. from Japan. Ciao, ciao. Thanks for watching. Feel free to check out more of our hundreds of videos we got online on this channel right now, or get involved in the discussion with us at the many social media links we've got in the description below, where you can suggest new videos and artists for us to check out on the channel. Or you can just do the usual YouTube stuff and comment, like, subscribe. You know how this works by now.